started.
Yes.
We know that the first wave, the foot dragging of the federal government, those in government actually contributed to the havoc that COVID-19 eventually did to Nigeria. Would you say that with this second wave, with the advent of this second wave, would you say that the government are attending to it the way they should?
As long as they have not closed the airspace, especially from these countries, that have this story of the virus. As long as they have not closed the airspace to those nations, then I will not regard the federal government measure so far as being effective enough. And follow me. As long as this same government has asked 120 million Nigerians to register with NIN within a space of 2 weeks and later extended to 6 weeks, it then means there is hypocrisy in the measures they have taken so far. Because I just passed through our Lausa Secretariat now, and I passed through the office of NIN, and I saw crowd all clustered. There was no social distance, and I said, God, they put the workers at risk. They put Nigerians at risk. And you know that I've gone to court over this matter. I have sued the federal government, in which I told them that they are violating Nigerians' right. One, to the right to property, right to life. Because the moment you cluster these people, you are threatening their lives. And the law says if you threaten any person's life, which the Constitution guarantees, you have a right to seek remedy. If you also want to take away somebody's property without due process, you have a right also to, because you don't want to deactivate your SIM card, which is your property. And when you arrested your SIM card, it was never a SIM card, it was never a requirement that you must produce evidence of having your name. It wasn't. So if they told the people that registered and they failed to do it, adhere to it, it is them that should be held responsible, and not the innocent Nigerians now who registered based upon the requirements that were demanded at that time, which they complied with. So who is that for? And now you pronounce just a policy of government, and it's not back to a law. This pronouncement is just from Minister of National Economy, Digital Economy and all that, and Digital Economy, and he now say within 2 weeks. We even say in 2 weeks before some of us shouted and cried and even sued before they now extended to 6 weeks. But even at that, if you were able to register 45 million between a period of 2012 to a period of 2020, 45 million, how is it reasonable and logical for the same set of people, for the same process to take place for 120 million within a space of 2 weeks and now 6 weeks? 120 million. So it doesn't mean that government policy is clearly illogical. Cannot stand. It doesn't show reasonableness. So that's why I've gone to court. So to me, we must not show hypocrisy in the fight against COVID. We must not stop the churches, not stop the clubs, not stop people gathering, and then allowing congregation of people to go and register for NIN, without observing the protocols. So it means that you are hypocritical. The policy is a policy of hypocrisy. It's not. There's no truth in it. So that is what I have found out in what is actually playing out. And we have to tell the government the truth so that they can, correct their steps. So let them close the airspace to the countries that we know now that most of these deadly diseases are coming from. And people are coming in from those countries, and they may likely contaminate, Nigerians. If you go to the hinterland, I just came from the village. Nobody is wearing masks, and nobody is catching the disease there. Both the first one, the second wave, and the first wave and second, nobody, because they eat things that are natural, and they are also they are not getting contaminated from those guys from abroad. The moment you come to Lagos, you hear the number of people who are dying in Lagos and know who are already victims. But we also have to be careful, because before I came here now, a man called me and narrated a story, and I want to say this with every sense of responsibility. His son was supposed to travel to Canada because he had just been given admission. But there is this test you have to pass, pass through. So he went for that test, and they told the young man, who has no symptom of any sickness, that he is carrying the virus. Every person became panicky. Father became panicky. He called his relation, who happens to be a doctor. That man said, please take this boy to so because most of these chemicals they use are substandard and it may not be true. and then there may be some hidden agenda too, which is not proved, that they are just adding these numbers, because the more numbers they are adding, the more money they collect. This man now carried his son. They became very panicky and took them to a different place, and a result came out, and the boy is said to be negative. So how do you now reconcile this? The man is. I will give you the man's number for you to call. Journalist, please. I want you guys to interview the man. He's a man of God. He's a man of God. He just spoke to me and I said, "Okay, are you sure of this?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Hold on, I will call you back." If I have not, you reminded me, and I'm going to call him back, because I want to get the full gist. Because you can hold a press conference on this, so that people should be able to be aware of what is going on. They told the son that he's positive. Another result said that the son is negative.
All right.
Thank you,
Very much.